I'm really depressed because I need to go to work. I'm not worried about the work exactly, but the problem is I need to get from here where I stay till my workplace, and that is a nightmare if you've seen the way people drive in India. First of all, I'll, I'll be shooting a video of how it is when I drive from home till work. The distance from my house till my workplace is about 30 kilometers, which is around 20 miles, the way you call it. And the amount of time it has to take to reach, to cover that distance during a time which is not classified as peak traffic time, because I'll be going to work at around 2 in the afternoon. It ideally should be taking about 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 40 minutes if I'm going to be driving slow, but it takes me an hour and a half. It's not because the roads are narrow, it's not because there's too much traffic. You'll see why it is. And yeah, if you have to get yourself a driving license, you don't really need to give a test in most parts of the country. They don't even conduct a test. You just need to pay the officials and then they'll issue you a driving license. The vast majority of people who are driving on the road are not supposed to be driving. And people get fitness certificates for their vehicles by bribing the officials. And there are several vehicles on the road which are not fit to be on the road at all. There are other kinds of contraptions which aren't supposed to be there. There are people in this city, especially in the place where I am, people drive without number plates. People steal vehicles, tear off the number plates, and then use that vehicle for as long as they want, and they never get stopped. I think, I don't know. I mean, you probably need the armed forces to take over every city and then start controlling the traffic for a couple of months before people can learn how to drive. So anyway, I'll not waste your time. I'll show you the video. You can see how it's going to be a horror movie. So it takes me about an hour and a half to reach my workplace, which is 30 kilometers away. And I've fast forwarded at most of the places I've fast forwarded it, and I've really compressed it to just 16 minutes. Please watch the whole video. You can see the number of violations that people cause. This is during a time which is not peak time, and people it's during the summer vacations, so there are no school going kids who have to be brought back from school or anything. Most people are off on vacations, so there's hardly any traffic on the road. But in spite of that, surviving the road in India and reaching your destination, it's a miracle every day. Watch the video. It's around 2:40 in the afternoon. There's hardly any traffic for this city. There's a scooterist not wearing a helmet, and you saw the amount of dust. There's a vehicle which has illegally attached motor. This is an overpacked auto rickshaw. Although there's public transport in Ghaziabad, they never ply. They are irregular. The bus drivers. You'll find vehicles riding on the wrong side of the road everywhere in the city of Ghaziabad, and nobody stops them. Just nobody. There are traffic policemen, they are probably drunk somewhere. This is a government truck, and just a second, there's a helmetless rider. Now, all these people just passed traffic police. Okay, I'll just show you where the traffic police are, and they did not bother to stop any of these helmetless riders. All of these people, all of these helmetless riders. you see them, these are the traffic policemen, and they did not bother to stop any of these people who are not bothering to stay in their lanes. You'll see a truck spewing a massive amount of smoke. Just look at it. And this is a government truck. It's of Hindustan Petroleum. And it is polluting as if it's spraying mosquito repellent gases. All these people are not wearing helmets. Look at the amount of mud and rubbish on the roads. You can see more people coming on the wrong side of the road. There's this guy. I was saying that trucks, as per the National Green Tribunal, are supposed to have all the mud and sand covered with sheets so that they don't fly off and fall on the road. But none of the truckers follow that rule. I'm sorry. They keep throwing mud everywhere. Like all this mud lying on that you see on the left side, they were probably spilled by some moving trucker. There are three guys riding a motorcycle, none of them wearing helmets, and these are big time nuisance makers in the city. These are tractors which the government subsidizes. So instead of spending money on buying a truck, they pretend to be farmers and buy tractors and attach a trailer to it, attach trailers to these tractors and use it for transporting massive amounts of stones and rubble and bricks and sand. And whenever they ram into somebody, you can be certain that somebody is going to die. This guy was zooming at least over 100 kilometers per hour, and look at how he's dancing around. And there are another set of morons who drive at 10 miles an hour on the fastest lane. They don't bother to give way even if you sound the horn. And this lady is not wearing a helmet. And this guy does not have a number plate. You can ride a vehicle without a number plate in Ghaziabad. No one is going to stop you. Take it from me, nobody is going to stop you. You can attach a motor to a little cart and ride it like a motor vehicle. Nobody is going to stop you. Like this is another tractor which has a tank, a water tank attached to it. And if it is going to run into somebody, that person is going to die, because these people can't apply the brakes soon enough. And even if they do, this trailer that is coming behind them does not have brakes, and it ends up toppling or falling onto somebody. And they make kids ride these kind of contraptions. They attach motorcycle parts to little carts, and like see that? You can steal a motorcycle, dismantle it, and then convert it into a cart of this kind. So no one is going to catch you for having stolen a motorcycle. Look at the number of people who aren't wearing helmets and riding happily without anybody stopping them. You can see the amount of the vehicle is shaking because of the broken roads. Now, this city's municipal corporation earns a phenomenal amount of money, okay, and they never bother to ensure that the roads are swept, or nor do they bother to ensure that the rubbish is thrown away. There's so much corruption that the contractors who are supposed to be cleaning the roads, they never do it. And if any officer is supposed to be inspecting that, you can just bribe him and get away with it. Look at all the mud and rubbish here. You know what people do with the rubbish that they generate? They just accumulate it at some point on the road and set it on fire. You just saw a tractor. You see the number of vehicles, the number of traffic violations that are happening in a small strip of road. And trust me, had this been peak hour, I would have had to draw these arrows at least 1,000 times by now. I probably might have shown these arrows probably 50 times to you. This would have become 1,000. This is almost no traffic at all for this city. I would have taken probably 40 minutes to reach until this point had it been a peak traffic time. It's not because of we're not having good roads. It's not because there are too many vehicles for the roads. It's because of these stupid people who don't know how to drive, and the stupid people who just stop and park anywhere they feel like, or drive in any direction they feel like. Like, none of these people are even letting me pass. None of these people. And this is a very, very, very dangerous U-turn. People simply would not. I had shown the indicator, and in spite of that, now these motorists had seen me getting across. I had to apply the brakes over and over to let them pass. In spite of seeing me trying to get to the main road, these people still continued to, practically, I'd say they scraped along the side of my vehicle. This is the busiest crossing. This is the busiest crossing in the city. It's called Mohan Nagar. People do not care about which direction they drive. People people can park anywhere they feel like. Look at this guy, he's riding in the wrong direction. And you can just walk in any direction. There's a pedestrian overhead crossing bridge, and none of these stupid pedestrians bother to climb that. They just choose to walk. Look at these vehicles. If somebody like this who's riding a vehicle like this is going to cause a dent or scratch your vehicle and run away, how are you supposed to complain to the police? They don't need to carry number plates, because officially they are not vehicles at all. They are just illegal contraptions. You can see beggars. This is real life Slumdog Millionaire. Most of these kids were probably stolen from some place and then brought over by the beggar mafia so that they can be made to beg. And there are these set of people who force you to buy whatever these things are, some Chinese things, again illegally imported from China. So these people at crossings, people don't stay within the line. They jut their noses all the way and occupy half of the road, not allowing the ongoing vehicles to pass, and create a deliberate traffic jam. Trust me, this is far, far better, considering the fact that this is the holiday season and most of the schools are closed, and this is during a time that doesn't come under the peak hours. Look at the amount of dust everywhere, and to believe this is a very important highway, and everybody is riding on the wrong side of the road. Oh yeah, you can park anywhere you feel like. On highways, you're not supposed to park, and look at the number of vehicles that are parked anywhere and everywhere. Those green arrows point towards people who are riding in the wrong direction. The tractor carrying so much of bricks. Whenever these traffic signals come, you have to be sitting at the edge of your seat. Look at how people zigzag. They can't. What am I to say? You see that crossing, and look at the people. Look at all these motorists coming all the way out, not letting that bike pass. I'm sorry, not letting that bus pass. because of which the bus had to block my way in order to be able to move ahead. There's this tractor carrying so many bricks and without a number plate on a very important highway, having no fear or worry about getting caught or getting stopped, because no one stops them. There were some bricks over there right next to that car. You This is the traffic light has turned red and these people aren't bothered. Look at all these people. Look at there could possibly have been a dozen accidents at this very spot, and this is a government bus that just violated the traffic light, the stop light, and went ahead. And look at this guy. He has no concern to the fact that there are vehicles coming from behind. This guy came out of a lane and went all the way across. And so are these people. The leftmost lane is signal free because it's free for ongoing traffic. And in spite of seeing that so many vehicles were coming in a line, the three buses and this whatever stupid vehicle this is jumped in all the way across to the leftmost lane and made at least four of us apply the brakes. Dancing away. He's not concerned that he's got a kid sitting behind him and he's just dancing away. And he's wearing a helmet but not his kid. None of these people are wearing helmets. I've stopped at a red light. You'll see some of these people won't bother to stop. They'll just go ahead. All these people are going ahead. Sorry, my cat gets really angry if it sees people violating traffic rules. There's a guy not wearing a helmet. Yeah, I forgot to say, you're supposed to drive on the road only if your vehicle is fit and has a fitness certificate. The transport officers can give you a fitness certificate even if your vehicle is broken into 10 pieces. You can carry it to the transport office, bribe the officer, and take a fitness certificate. So most of these little vehicles break down. These mini trucks and those green vehicles that you saw, they tend to break down anywhere. They don't carry any reflectors or anything like that in their repairing kit. What they instead do is they pick up boulders from the left side or from the side of the roads, place it all around the vehicle so that no vehicle comes and hits them, and they leave all those boulders right there and go. I've ended up toppling over these boulders while I was riding motorcycles, and I've been injured several times. People lose their lives on it. These people have no concern towards that and leave those boulders on major highways just like that. And everywhere you will find broken curbstones and no one removes them. Now I'm trying to leave a safe distance from the vehicle ahead, but these people think that they can just slide in and try to overtake. You see the way these people are zigzagging away, and none of them gave me any kind of indicator to say that this guy was zooming away at about 120 kilometers an hour in so much traffic. You practically have to be sitting at the edge of the seat, be prepared to apply the brakes at any second with one leg on the clutch, holding the gear, because you'll have to bring it down and apply the brakes at any second, because you don't know who's going to jump in between. Oh yeah, we are now inside Delhi, which is why I did not have to stop and show you arrows multiple times. People fairly follow traffic rules in this place. Now this guy cannot stop and then pause and wait for a little bit of traffic to clear before he gets across the road. He just swung across moving traffic just like that. I've almost reached finally.